No capitation or other direct tax shall be laid, unless in proportion to the census or enumeration herein before directed to be taken. And this
And
is
we
some
got
blue text. We haven't had this in a while. It's basically saying that you can tax per person, but other than that, you can't tax individuals. And this will be abolished in favor of an income tax, which makes a lot more sense.
so anything we talked about
Nope,
before
that's
before that the income tax was passed? This
before the income tax was passed. Part of the issue was that the government didn't do very much. So tariffs and levies and things like that were generally enough to pay for what needed paid for. But the Civil War started showing how that had its limitations, and then definitely um, with the rise of the idea that maybe the government should do things, um, it became clear that the taxes that we were levying were insufficient for the government's needs.
because like I said before, like before that, like I think we said before, most taxes were a state by state thing.
Yeah, most taxes were a state by state thing, and the state paid for most of what was determined to be needed within the state. But as the balance swung more towards the federal government and away from the states, state taxes became less important, federal taxes became more important. And if we tried to swing it back as far as it was 150 years ago, the country would fall apart.
Yeah, with a lot with again with a lot of people, the one side wants more states power, states' rights,
Yeah,
unless
unless it's a state's right to do something they don't like.
yeah, like we'll leave abortion to the states. Okay, states like okay, we okay, the women can get abortions. Oh, you're wrong. We got to pass federal law now.
Yeah. Marijuana is another good example of that. Technically, all of those state marijuana laws don't count for anything. It's still illegal on a federal level, and if the feds start really cracking down, it's going to get messy.
You back?
Yep, well, I didn't go anywhere from my perspective, but maybe I did.
Well, I know. So
Um,
my internet cut out for a second.
yeah, no, if the states really start cracking down on marijuana, it's going to get messy because that is controlled legally at the federal level. Um, there are a lot of things that the states are taking power of that certain powers in the federal government don't want them to. So we'll see how that all goes.
Uh, but yeah, it's again simple to the point,
Mm-hmm.
and half of it's no longer playable.